Hey guys, I'd like to start this market update just with a bit of an apology. Look, a couple of months ago I put out a bit of content there that, it was all available publicly, so I didn't feel too worried about it going out, but someone did take a bit of offence to it, so I want to apologise for putting it out there without actually speaking to them in the first place. All the data was readily available, it was easy enough to find. It's not like I was displaying things, it's just the way it could have been thought about if you were looking at it from another perspective. As you know, I like to keep things up to date and at the forefront as best I can. And in this case, I probably should have waited an extra week or two before I actually put it out. So I'd like to apologise for that. We all make mistakes, and that's one that, unfortunately I went through and did. And in hindsight, it probably could have waited another week before I did it. Anyway, what else has been going on? Look, the market has cooled a little bit. We aren't seeing the massive open home numbers that we were seeing. However, we are still seeing some good quality buyers coming through, making offers at those first open homes. So instead of open homes having your 40 to 50 groups every week, you're now starting to see those first open homes getting around that 20 to 30 mark, and maybe getting a couple of offers here and there rather than the 16, 20 offers we were getting during the peak. So don't panic, don't panic. The buyers are still good, the prices are still good. With interest rate rises coming, look, we don't know when they're coming. There is talk of them coming next week. It is due at some point. So look, we will see the market soften a little bit as people get a little bit nervous. But what I keep saying to people is, at this stage, if you're looking to buy in Wavell Heights, you might not be able to afford that with the interest rate rise. So you might be looking in Geebung. If you're looking in Geebung, you might then go to Zillmere. If you're looking in Zillmere, you might then go to Boondall, it keeps going on. So look, the buyers are always going to be there. It's just people are going to be a little bit more conscientious about where their money's going. So don't panic. You don't have to rush to get on the market. Look, it is better to spend a bit longer getting things done than actually trying to get things rushed and ready and then finding out that you've missed a few minor details ready for the market. So look guys, still plenty of properties come on the market. We are starting to see them sit on the market a little bit longer as agents are tending to overprice them. So if the price is sounding too good to be true, chances are it probably is. I've fallen for it in the past with my property in Adelaide, where I've had someone give me an appraisal and my eyes lit up and I got really excited. But then I actually stopped, hesitated, thought about it for a bit and went, look, you know what? That's fine, that's what they thought. I said, what about this property? What about that one? And it turns out, yeah, they probably had overshot the mark a little bit. So look, if it does sound too good to be true, just be cautious. Going forward, look, we've had Easter, we've got the election coming up. The one thing I would say is try and avoid the election weekend for one of your main days for your open homes. So don't make it your first open home. I probably wouldn't have it as an auction. And, a lot of people say, look, it's fine, people are going to be out and about doing elections, things like that. I just think after the COVID period, we're not really sure what effect that's going to have on the people out and about. We're going to have people at polling booths, people doing counting, people working for the electorates and things like that. So there will be a lot of people that are tied up with that. And then even at night, you're going to get people scrolling through their feeds, trying to check out who's won in their local electorate and who's winning the ministerial votes and things like that. So look, I'd still say avoid it if you can. Obviously, we've had a big run of long weekends. Hard to avoid doing open homes on long weekends. So it's more about picking the ones where it's less likely to have an effect. So for instance, doing your first open home on Easter, probably not the greatest idea. Delaying it through to the next week would have been the best idea. If you're doing an auction, obviously that's less critical, but at the same time, it's something to think about going forward. As we're getting up towards spring selling season, look, I expect people that are coming on now going, oh, look, we need to start thinking about selling. You'll find it will take you a bit longer to get ready because there's going to be things that you're going to want to do that you haven't thought about. And you might, look at them at the last minute and go, oh, we need to do that, we need to do that, we need to do that. So your 1 month timeline might actually end up being 3 months or 4 months. And look, you can get your real estate agent in to have a chat earlier, run through a few ideas with what you could do to tidy up. Sometimes you don't want to do too much if there's a bit of renovation still required, but other times, those extra little bits that you put in can definitely win out in the long run. So if you want to have a chat, feel free to give me a call, and in the meantime, have a good long weekend this weekend.